Hello everyone, this is Zooc, and today I'm gonna be sounding like a retard because I got my face operated on this morning. I went to the dermatologist to get my mole removed, and it was positioned like at the very top of my upper lip. So I got operated on, and they basically sliced off a chunk of my lip and sutured me back together. And now it's swollen like crazy, so there are certain letters that I can't pronounce properly, like the letter P. Yeah. Anyway, in case you are gonna be wondering why I sound like a moron, that's the reason. It's very valid. So anyway, I'm doing a Ork Warboss from Warhammer. Orcs, I'm sure I don't have to say much about them. They're pretty much the same in every game. Big green, primitive-looking guys with clubs and stuff. In Warhammer, they happen to be wielding more high-tech weapons as well, but I guess that's needed considering everyone in Warhammer has high-tech weapons. The war boss is basically what the name entails. He is the leader of a clan, or a clan or a group, and there are many of them spread across the galaxy in the Warhammer universe. So they're fighting with each other all the time and fighting with everyone else. So they're just like bullies. And the war boss is the highest ranking unit in a clan. And this guy I used as references a figurine from Games Workshop. This guy has an attack squig, and squigs are like pets. There are different types of squigs. Some of them are for fighting, all of them are raised for eating, basically. Apparently squigs are the orcs' main food source, but some of them are used as pets in combat as well, so this would be one of them. I'm sure if you look for the figurine in Games Workshop, you'll see there are certain things I changed about him, but a lot of it's the same. The war boss is covered in a lot of different types of armor. Some are like very primitive looking, some are sort of high-tech-ish, and some are just plain funny looking. Like they have a lot of checkerboard pattern pieces of armor and various strange patterns that don't really belong on like war armors, but they still look nice and they're decorative. Now the way to do rusted metal is I basically do a lot of very short sharp lines, like a lot of them, almost like dots, and in time you get to a pretty decent rusted metal texture. It also works for rock. It's pretty much the same process. Horn's doing them as always, and I'm really running out of this pencil. It's gotten down to one pencil for every 3 drawings. So for the people wondering what that special pen is, it's not a special pen. I just put my pencil in an empty Bic pen body and taped it because it was getting too short and I couldn't hold it properly. So it's really nothing special. Just doing the face now with the teeth and everything. I'm trying to give each tooth a shadow to define it, because the problem I encounter when I draw a character with an open mouth is I always want to make the mouth really, really dark, almost black. But one important thing to remember is that creatures usually have some sort of tongue or like something in their mouth. It's not just a black empty hole. And if you color it completely black, then the teeth will get lost because they will just be too small. So if that happens, it's good to give each tooth a highlight, even though there's no direct light shining on them, just to define it in case you go for the full black in the mouth. Now I'm doing the weapon and just improvising a lot of various techie stuffs and like rusted metal texture and everything, just trying to alternate a bit. I don't know what the weapon is called. I'm sure some people will know. I only looked up the basics regarding this race because it wasn't there's not much else to say. Everyone knows orcs. They're from Warcraft, World of Warcraft. They're all over the place. They're used in like almost every game that involves fantasy and whatnot, so they're pretty standard. But yeah, the war boss, I thought it looked cooler than some of the other characters viewers suggested. just because it had the extra pet as well, and a kind of nice looking Viking-ish sort of armor. I'm just doing a necklace of teeth there and a skull in the middle, and I'm attaching, this wasn't on the figurine, but I decided to put it in. I'm attaching a shield that's hanging around his neck that's in the same shape as the standard he's holding, like that very primitive looking skull. And then I'm just drawing some bones, like they are tied to each other under it, just hanging off there as trophies or war decorations or whatever. But yeah, this drawing took about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I didn't go into a lot of extreme detail with it just because there wasn't really much room for detail. It's still a nice looking character, and it's still fairly complex considering everything, but for some reason it's going pretty fast nowadays, especially since I got the Prismacolors. Before I used to go for like 4 hours on a drawing like this, but it's just so easy with Prismacolors once you get used to them. Like shading takes no time at all. And I changed the position of the squig from the original figurine reference thing because it didn't look very dynamic there. It looked like it was just sitting on his index finger, so I gave it a position where it looks like it's actually jumping off his hand and attacking something. So just switching it up a bit to not make it identical to the figurine, but the pose is pretty much the same. I find that the Games Workshop poses their figurines in rather nice poses, so there's really no reason for me to alternate it. And eventually I will start doing like multiple character scenes. It's just they take a long time because I'm sort of a perfectionist, so I tend to go into a lot of detail on everything. And doing a battle scene would take just a crazy amount of hours. It would take like 6, 7, 8 hours. So I'll do it eventually, just not now while I'm trying to put out videos as often as possible. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope my slurred speech didn't annoy you. It's really hard to talk. It kind of hurts now. But yeah, I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.